Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Screw friends to which of those is like we've seen the recent.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a long week. So, story time. Yeah, I actually live with my aunts, and they went on a trip to the coast This week, and yeah, it was just me, my cousin, and his girlfriend. Like, okay, it should be fine. But then I also have to feed the dog and make sure she gets her medicine, which has me waking up early in the morning. Then, of course, again, cousin such as there, and so more socializing, which as an introvert is kind of exhausting after a while. Then you got work, and yeah, I'm kind of really drained after this past week. Yeah.
So obviously he couldn't supply any visual work this time around, but it was good for me actually because uh, since my last outing in Second Life, I managed to not only not only find one of the maps that I've been meaning to add to my inventory, but also did did a few tweaks to my Avi. Not quite to satisfactory points, but it's workable for the time being.
Right. Eh,
Outside this week, though, yesterday I had to, yesterday um, mom was a bit my mom was a bit insistent on getting the room kind of straightened out. Although it's not although it's not like although it's not exactly say storm tornado or so, something similar hit, but let's just say there were certain areas she wanted wanted to bring specific attention to, and even into the weekend, it's starting. Even into the weekend, we're still trying to get that finished.
yeah. Eh. So, this week, we're back to the magical world of Gravity Falls with Season 1, Episode 17, Boyz Crazy. It was definitely interesting. Like, uh, yeah, I'll say it's not quite as funny as some of the other episodes, but it was still funny. Like, there's nothing wrong with the episode. Just, how should I put it? it's very focused on a singular topic this episode, sort of. But yeah, into the recap. So the episode starts off with Wendy and Dipper are just watching watching the camera footage of the shack, and basically, how should I put it? Uh, riff tracks, kind of like that. I was gonna say Mystery Science Theater 3000, but yeah, that's kind of old, so not sure not sure people might get that reference, even though that was basically the origin of riff tracks.
Of note, also, the security footage has tendency to be, well, I'd say at points it feels kind of edited, where the voice is kind of different.
Yeah. So yeah, they're doing that, and yeah, it turns out Mabel was watching, but she can't stay long because she has plans for tonight. She's gonna go see the boy band several times, which is it's in sync. I Yeah, they have a show going on in Gravity Falls that night, and she's gonna go along with Candy and Grenda, and they're gonna have a great time. And but yeah, Wendy and Dip are like, those guys are fake, right? Like it, it's all put together by the corporations to like get girls to buy CDs and stuff. But she's like, no. And I was like, okay, going along with the plan, going to the concert, seeing them, it's gonna be a great time. And off they go. But yeah, the girls are prepping for the concert. And it's like, how should I put it? It's your typical girls talking about boy band scene. Uh, yeah, apparently they're really big fans, despite them not being mentioned before. Like, got posters, got a box full of merchandise, got shirts, hats. Or in Mabel's case, she couldn't get a hat, so she just took a hat and stuck a piece of paper that says several times onto it. Okay, so I'm actually mostly recalling this from memory since it's only like a regular episode and not, say, a movie like we've been doing the last couple weeks. But I am using the episode, or it's like partial reminder, partial, see if I see any interesting background details. But yeah, like the members of several times include it's Greggy C, Leggy P, Craigie G, Chubby Z, and Deep Chris. That one's Candy's favorite. But yeah, they're talking about like they're gonna have a great time. Nothing can go wrong. So back with Wendy and Dipper, they're continuing to watch the video and mocking it. and Robbie comes in. Now, Wendy's not exactly happy to see him because, yeah, let's just say he did some stuff that she's not pleased about. And it's like, yeah, maybe I should see other people. Which Dipper left the room but is still watching. And Dipper's like, yes, party time. But Robbie's like, no, hold on. I wrote a song for you. And does a song. And yeah, also the CD was in a creepy case. But yeah, Wendy seems like, okay, I'll give you another chance. Let's go to the, what was it called? You know the uh, that's I don't know if it's like stereotypical, but like oh romantic cliffside lookout place. You know that kind of deal. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dipper suspects something is up. So he gets the CD and yeah decides to investigate. Oh, the girls get to the get to where the concert is, only to find out it's sold out. Yeah, mistake there. Never, never try to get tickets to an event the night of. Like, unless it's something that's not very popular, odds are you will have no luck. Or if you can get a ticket, you'll be paying an extremely higher price from a third party. Is my audio okay? Right. But yeah, okay, so they can't get in the normal way. Mabel isn't gonna let this stop her. Like, I'm not gonna let a keep out sign keep me out. So they sneak in and. Ugh. Sorry, just a little bit tired. So yeah, well that's going on. Dipper goes to Stan and like tells him about what's going on with the CD and everything, and he believes him. Like he's had experience with hypnotic music in the past. Also, he's stocking up for the apocalypse. Not sure if it'll like be a thing that is relevant later on, but yeah, yeah. Back with the ah. Hold on, need a drink. Ugh. Back with the girls, they sneak backstage and oh hey, it's the it's the door for the group's room. Let's go inside and let's go inside and say hi. And so they get inside and discover cloning vats and the group in a giant hamster cage. What? But like, okay, they heard voice, so they hide. So their manager comes in and it's like, you barely sold the place out. Like that was horrible. Except you were good. And basically tells them like they they need to do better because they can always be replaced by their brothers. and has one of the clones do a little dance in the tube. And yeah. So yeah, the girls come out of hiding and quickly detected by the boys. But like, well, at first they try to scare them off, but like, no, 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 they're girls. They're cool. They're cool. And basically, the girls convince the guys to go with them to try to escape from their captivity, to see the outside world, and like they've heard about these things called trees, and one of them, I forget which one, wants to kiss one. He has no idea what a tree is, but hey, whatever. So they escape. Mm. So back with I apologize for the pauses. I'm having a little bit of heartburn right now, so yeah. Anyway, back with Stan and Dipper. Yeah, Stan goes on like, oh yeah, records always have subliminal messages hidden inside them. So they try playing the CD on the record player, and it's like, wait, something's not right here. Yeah, wrong format.
Yeah.
Trying to work that out. The girls come back carrying a large duffel bag, which they claim contains a bunch of money that they stole, and that they're dangerous criminals and he should back off. And they drag it up the stairs. You should probably ignore the sounds of people coming from that bag. So they get the group up to Mabel's room, and it's like, okay, we need to hide out here. Well, like, cause your manager is still looking for you. Like, we can have great times here. However, the manager has tracked them down to the shack because he's been following bits of hair. Yeah, the guy asks Seuss that right. Seuss is in this episode. If he's seen any of them, any pretty boys, like only when I look in a mirror. Hey, but like, ah, basically claims that he'll find them even if he has to turn the town upside down. Also, the goat is munching on his license plate. So he drives off without the license plate. And in my mind, it's like, wait, he's driving without a license plate. He's gonna get arrested so quickly. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mabel's having a great time with the guys there. Like, she has her own personal boy band. But Candy and Granda are a little concerned. Like, don't forget, we're supposed to be setting them free when the manager isn't a threat anymore. Like, oh yeah, don't worry, don't worry. So back with Dipper. he finally converted the CD into a record, and is like, okay, now that it's the proper format, let's find out what the subliminal message is by slowing the record down. And they don't find anything. It just slowed down the music. Stanton is disappointed. He was something expecting something worthy of a spit take, but no. And then show up. Anyway, Wendy and Robbie are there, and they're leaving to go to the place. And Robbie makes a comment about reversing something or other. I forget the exact line, but that gives Dipper an idea. Play it in reverse. And it's like, I am controlling your mind. Ah. It's like, there was a subliminal message in there. So Stan is like, okay, let's go. Oh, break up that date. Oh, back with the girls. Yeah, there's a news report that the manager got arrested for not having for driving without a license plate. And I was like, called it. Like, okay, the manager's not a problem. We can let the boys go now. But Mabel's like, no, 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 hold on. We could not tell them that he has been arrested and keep them here forever for me. I mean, for us. And yeah, the other girl, Candy and Brenda, are like, whoa, you said you were gonna let them go. Never. And they start fighting, and basically, Mabel calls the boy and basically has the toss the girls out. Oh. Again, back with Dipper and Stan. It's like, okay, need to get to the place. Oh, hey, this road says no vehicles. Screw the rules. And they ramp up the hill to where Robbie and Wendy are. And they're like, wait, what? What are you doing? What? But Dipper's like, you have to listen to this tape. Like, and he plays it normally for us, like, but he eventually figures out where the reverse button is. And Robbie explains, like, oh, yeah, I actually got this song from some other guy. It's like, and yeah, Wendy's not so bothered by the subliminal messaging, but the fact that he lied about actually writing a song for her, which she thought was actually pretty sweet. And it's like, no, she is done with Robbie. Like, enough. It's like, okay, celebration time for Dipper and Stan. So Dipper goes over to Wendy and it's like, hey, now that you don't have anything going on, you want to go bowling? And immediately my thought was like, dude, not the time. And he's like, what the hell is it with the guys only caring about themselves? Leave me alone. So yeah, Robbie loses. Dipper loses. Wendy loses. Stan, he was entertained. Yeah, they go home and back with Mabel. The uh, the boys sing her a little song like how like they'll be here forever and like basically the song makes her reconsider. It's like, oh great, you're making me feel bad. So she finally makes a decision, and so when the girls come back to come back, she tells them like, yeah, I realized I wasn't doing a good thing, and brings the boys outside, and they're like, what's that big glowing ball? That's the sun, and this green stuff, that's nature. You're free. Go before I change my mind. And and so they, with one final goodbye, they run off into the forest to be as free as they can be. I give them a week. It's like, yeah, one of them's gonna be eaten by a bear or something, and that's why we'll never hear of them again. Super's back at the place with Stan. It's like, just like, just feeling down. It's like, maybe one day she'll forgive you. Who knows? And then Stan hears something rummaging through the garbage can, and it's actually one of the boys. Stan is kind of confused by this. Like, wait, what? And yeah, that was Boyz Crazy. It was a good episode. Definitely focused on a theme. I mean, okay, some of them have a theme, but more as like more of a general idea. This is heavily focused on like music. It's like, okay, focused storytelling. Admittedly, uh, a lot of the humor didn't hit quite as hard as some of the other episodes, which is not to say it was bad. I think this is more of a. It felt like this one was more or focused on telling a story than with necessarily being as funny as like as much as they can, you know?
There was also a bit of a commentary on the music industry.
Yeah. But it was still entertaining. Mm. Ugh, God, it feels weird being through with the recap already. It's like you've only been on for like a half hour. uh,
I think, yeah, I think
oh,
it's
and
with.
apparently they got Lance Bass as one of the one of the actual people for the band. It's like, oh hey, they actually got one of the guys.
And speaking of bit of a technical standpoint, I was surprised to find that Matt Chapman of Homestar Runner Co. Creativity was one
Another member.
of the one of the boys.
Yeah. An episode.
Also, that tree line from really gets full closure during the credit scene,
Yeah.
along with a deer dance. But yeah, another good entry, all things considered. Might be a few subtle things that we'll need to keep in mind.
Yeah. So yeah. Yes, we move on to the news, I guess. Feels weird saying that it like this early into the show, but well,
I was about to.
that, that's that that's the, that's what happens. What and like you go from reviewing something that's an hour and a half long to something that's like 22 minutes long. You you end up with a lot more, or you use up a lot less time.
I was about to say, with the way the show's been, how we swap on occasion between films and television shows. Yeah,
Of course, actually, I think this is the first time we've done like a short thing since we switched over to the recap first, news second. That might be why it's feeling weird because like usually with the used to be we wouldn't start the recap till like 11 o'clock Pacific time or something like that.
Well, you well I'm also going to mention that things have been kind of developing over time because beforehand we never actually had a bit of a new section. Then we started putting that in a bit, and then and looking back, I took notice that especially whenever we had guests, the used to take a bit of their time. Used to take a bit more of their time than they would usually have. So
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, the show is constantly evolving.
well, Stephen Young teased his take on Red Hood.
Hmm.
Defoe reportedly spotted on set for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, whether that's him actually having a role in the film or them bringing him in, like to make people think he has a part in the like a decent part of the film, only for it like to be a small thing just to skew with the fans. Like with big things like this, sometimes they what do they call it? Like they do some fake stuff to throw people off. You know, because sometimes info leaks and all that kind of stuff. We'll see. Because I'll definitely be seeing that movie in some format, whether it's in theaters or on, I don't know, Disney Plus. We'll see. But anything involving movies is kind of in a weird limbo right now. Like, eh, theater, not theater. We'll see.
Stacey Ema from Watchmen has been hired to write the next take on Blade, which stars Mahershala Ali. Got a response from the Shazam 2 director regarding Cavill casting rumors.
Hmm.
Quote, not going to comment on cast members for several reasons. One being that you can't be sure about anything unless until it's happened. Halfway through shooting, the plan was still for Cavill. Scoop that and been right at the time, but wrong at the end. Read a recap that a new deal was reported, but apparently the actor downplayed it in subsequent interviews.
Mm.
So it's kind of hard to tell at this point. Barry Alexander Brown is apparently a big Marvel fan.
Mm.
This is the reason why he's open to helming a Marvel movie. Apparently, we're getting a character name change. Black Adam to Shaz Adam. The question is, will it alter the movie's title?
Hmm.
Apparently, 3 is an ambitious project, according to most ambitious standalone project, according to Holland.
Right. Actually, I'm looking into that renaming thing you mentioned, and if the page will load. This darn computer. But why isn't it? Yeah, that was just a rumor. That's not actually a thing.
character design for the Scarecrow by Geminix was revealed.
Hmm.
Got a reason for the name change regarding the what was the Sentient World Observation and Response Department is now the Sentient Weapon Observation Response Division. And their reasoning, decision that has to do with larger story.
Hmm.
Flash, Batwoman, Walker, and Legends of Tomorrow, amongst others, scoring renewals, and a new trailer for The Flash.
Hmm.
Screen Junkies struggling to find anything to make fun of with The Mandalorian Season 2. Jon Favreau not involved, but Kenobi series in the set to begin production late spring,
Hmm.
as well as LA shooting. Well, War Machine's going to be set to return in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Hmm.
Snyder Cut's going to get an R rating.
Of course.
Not quite sure if we call it confirmation, but Garfield was in Georgia, and after we got a tweet from a DoorDash driver regarding the possibility of him being there for 3.
Okay.
Harry Lowenthal open to take the role for either 3 or Spider-Verse 2.
Hmm.
Black Panther there's spin-off in development for Disney Plus with Ryan Coogler on board. Seems the Booyah line's going to be cut from the Snyder version. Seems we're going to be expecting the return of Stormbreaker and Star-Lord, according to Love and Thunder set photos.
Hmm.
Well, we've seen some assets from MTH Trains are going to be living on thanks to ScaleTrains.com.
Hmm. All right.
Ooh, we're going to get T-Rex, Dad, and Scorpan in the latest Game Loft update.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if we have anything for the heartburn. You can keep on going. I'll be back.
Well, Baroness is back in the news. Seems their family's fundraising for a new van.
Oh.
Manga Omnibus announced. Also, Volume 3.
Hmm.
And to the names that we have sadly lost over the course of the week. Dan Dangelo, Dustin Diamond, Sir Tom Moore, Anne Feeney,
Right.
Oof, Christopher Plummer.
Ooh. Uh, oh, that's good.
And he's not the only Sound of Music veteran.
Huh?
He's not the only Sound of Music veteran to go this week. Gene Bayless also.
Right. Uh, so I kind of blanked out. But hey, we're this is actually pretty early to finish up with the news. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get some more videos out because I think I only have two more left of Retropolis before I move on to something else. Again, I still need to record some Pokemon. Uh, but tomorrow I'm just gonna rest. Okay. Okay. Oh, fuck it, I'll just watch a guide. Anyway, we should probably wrap up soon.
Okay, let's see. Hopefully I should have finished business in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely glad that we're gonna be seeing some, looking into some more pony comics starting next week.
Yep.
Until which, stay safe, stay well, and hopefully we will see you next week. Take care.